So this is how my DIY steering wheel works, which I made completely out of cardboard, and a shoe box which consists of all the equipments for the namesake, the wireless mouse and the contraband holding it, as well as the paper rod which goes up to the steering wheel. And the steering wheel I made completely of cardboard. I cut mainly 5 layers of it, and then I added some obsolete cardboard inside of it to give it a more bulky and more shapy look and to make it a lot thicker. And it is quite bulky, I have to say. Although the shape is a bit weird on the inside, a bit deformed, but it works. And since I used just the liquid based paste on it to stick all of that, it didn't dry up after 48 hours, so I just had to wrap it up in insulation tape, and the rest to give it a more aesthetic look. I just wrapped the bottom of it with the red tape, and for that, I don't know what it's called. So, for the marking to the central axis, I just wrapped a yellow tape, and let's see what's inside. So this is my wireless keyboard. I intentionally used this one because I have to stretch a lot of my hand to get to my primary keyboard. So this is one of the thing. Also, if I just take it off, you'll see it just bends off towards this angle. It just bends. Since this part is really bulky, I haven't added much of the weights inside of it. So for weights, I mostly use this, with my hands constantly being on the W and S key for acceleration and brake respectively. So first I'll just remove the wheel in order to not make the whole setup fall. First let me show you how it works. So this is my mouse pointer, and when I'm rotating it towards the right, you can see that it moves to the right, and on the left it doesn't move that straight much due to the paper rod being a bit moving not exactly on the axle, but the movement is almost smooth. Yeah. So I'll just remove it now. I taped the end of it so that this part doesn't interfere with the mouse one, since I had almost 5 wraps of this paper. And to the end you would notice that it is not exactly hollow. I used a cough syrup 5 ml cap so that there wouldn't be much friction when I'm rotating it. And now for the box, the Pandora's box, you can already see that there's a mouse and there's a axle right in front. So I'll just lift my keyboard and open it. Bonkers. So this is how it looks. I haven't gotten out the silica gels. So this is how it looks. The mouse stays in the center. I don't know why it just has risen up a bit, but yeah, it stays like that. And this is the axle on which the steering wheel and the paper rod rotates on. It is just a plastic bottom of an eyedropper that I've taped, which goes in the back. So I'll show you the working with the steering wheel inserted. I won't add much pressure since it may fall off like this. So basically, when I'm moving it, the paper rod moves exactly on top of the mouse sensor, which causes the mouse to get the sense of the surface, thereby capture the motion. This is exactly how it works. Since I have used a plastic hollow type of the cough syrup cap with it, there is almost no amount of friction. And sometimes the mouse does move a bit, which causes a bit of stutters in the motion to be captured. but I have to find a workaround for that. Temporarily, I've just made a tray of cardboard with two rubber bands attached, so it holds the mouse in the center properly. And yeah, that's how it works.